52 degrees and the wind is howling. This is going to be a challenge today, T-Rex. You know what a lapse rate is? How much the temperature goes down as you go up in the sky. The standard lapse rate is about 3.5 degrees per 1,000 feet. So we're at 52. The freezing level is at about 3,000 feet, so that's 20 degrees over 3,000 feet, pretty close to double the standard lapse rate. What does that mean? It means it's unstable in the atmosphere. The sun warming the ground and the temperature up in the sky very cold. That makes instability clouds. That's what we're looking at, and a lot of wind. It's called cold air advection. Cold enough for snow, a little bit of it, this morning at Mary's house in Colebrook, New Hampshire. Thank you, Mary, for sharing. The second to last day of Harvey logical winter. Harvey Leonard says May 18th is the real last time you might see snow around southern New England. It happened in 2002 on the 18th. We talked about that. All right, we're going to try and make a run for it. See if we can... wind. Nice wind block here. Thank you, Mr. Burning Bush. We got white caps on the water, some instability clouds in the sky, and what is this? Total blue sky. Where'd the smoke go? Oh, what a tremendous problem this smoke is across all of North America. It's just off to the south. You can see the plume coming across the northern plains, and then just south of the Great Lakes and just off the south coast of New England this morning. Clean air from eastern Canada for today, with strong high pressure coming in. Did not get any rain here. Parts of Maine got a little bit more than 1/10 of an inch of rain, so any model that had more than 1/2 inch of rain in Maine was overdone. Although it is snowing and raining a little bit. Raining and snowing a little bit in parts of Maine this morning. Summit of Mount Washington, last time I checked, was down to about 14 degrees and still falling. So there's your lapse rate right there on the vertical profile with the 32 down around 2,300 feet. So we have cold air advection and windy weather today. A lot of isobars on the map. Wind is air, moving from high to low pressure. Strong high in southeastern Canada. Pretty good low developing off to our south with thunderstorms off the mid-Atlantic states. This is the problem, why it won't rain. You get these dry fronts from Canada coming through New England. I think this is the third or fourth one since our last appreciable rain, which was the first few days of May. That's when we had the southern connection. So we need one of these fronts coming in from the west and the north to grab the moisture from the south. And it looks like it's going to happen on this huge weekend of events. Taylor Swift, I don't really know much about her except for the fact everyone's going goo goo gaga. That's an old expression. My dad taught me that one, goo goo gaga. Over her concert this weekend, or concerts, I'm not even sure. Anyhow, Saturday, it is going to rain. We are going to have a phasing of the streams. The northern stream and the southern stream are going to hook up. Jim Cantori this morning made a good trivia there on the weather trivia. What's the energy that's going to hook up and bring this southeastern storm north? I said North Texas, South Texas? Yeah, there's energy over the Gulf of Mexico right now. Anytime you have one of these high pressure systems where the cold air comes in, you want to watch on the south side as it retreats. As the cold air moves out to sea, you get these backside systems, and it looks like we are going to have one develop. And, it's Wednesday, a lot of hemming and hawing, another old expression, over what the weekend weather is going to do. And I always said in my professional TV career, Wednesday's the day you have to make the call. Is it or isn't it going to rain? Yes, it is going to rain. Is it going to rain hard? Yes, it's going to rain very hard. Tropical downpours with a dew point coming up into the 60s in southeastern New England. And with the water temperature in the 50s, that means rain and fog and chilly weather. One of the reasons I planned my marriage decades ago in June was because the water temperature gets above 60. And in June, your storms, the coldest storms are going to be in the 60s, but in May, when your water temperature is in the 50s and it starts raining, your temperature can get back down to the 50s. So really not very good news for all those graduation celebrations and graduations and weddings. On Saturday, it looks like the heaviest rain is going to come into southern New England, so Connecticut, Rhode Island border maybe. That's the tough call. Exactly where's the band of heaviest rain going to be. Starting around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And the heaviest rain in southeastern New England is probably going to happen right during the evening hours. Just terrible timing. Tropical downpours are likely. And the latest guidance has 1 to 2 inches of rain, and the Euro even has 3 inches of rain near Ledyard, Connecticut on Saturday afternoon and evening. So terrible timing. Other than that, very dry air coming in. Everyone's been talking about what we've been talking about for a week, is how cold it's going to be tonight. Freeze possible in interior New England all the way to southern New England tonight. Everyone says take care of that tender vegetation. Who's going to go outside and like wrap up their plants? Well, I couldn't find any tomatoes to plant anyway, and I'm pretty safe here. Being so close to the ocean, I probably will not get to frosty levels, but I can hear the mom peeping. Our birds are now 7 days old, and they're doing well. Mom's just peeping. There's somebody near the birds. When are the birds going to start peeping? There they are, sleeping. I don't know who put that leaf there. Can I move this leaf? Would you guys mind? Yeah, I know you're hungry. Mommy's right there. She's going to be right there. I only see 4 mouths. I think I counted 5 the other day. Uh-oh. Oh, well. You know, what's the fledge rate for little baby birds? I mean, every other kind of bigger bird wants a piece of the action, and nature can be cruel. And peas can be smart. I don't know where that expression pea brain came from, but I don't know. Peas look pretty darn smart to me. Grabbing one another in the cage and skyward. I didn't really have any more ready for you today until I went for a walk last night, right around sunset. And we came across a couple of bucks. And fortunately, they went away and didn't come after T-Rex, because T-Rex didn't even see them. So leave you with a couple of bucks. Rex doesn't even see him yet. There are 2 deer right there. One's growing antlers. I wouldn't mess with that guy. Just staring at me. Rex, stop. Wow. Yeah. Pretty proud, ain't he? Looks like another guy right there. Came out looking for crows. Found deer. Oh God, Rex. What are you thinking? Those are 2 males, right? Girls don't grow antlers, do they? What gender were you assigned at birth? That's what they ask you now. I think in the animal world, it's still just 2 genders. There's no doubt that the crows have their eggs in the nests now, and they also are pretty secretive about where that happens. So, didn't have anything for in more until I saw the deer. I was looking for crows, and we'll just leave it at that. Maybe a little bit of the smoky sunset. Let's go check that, Rex. Mayor Headland, your constituents come here to watch the sunset. And this is what they see. Brush. Invasive sumac. But they're here anyway. Dropping crap over the edge. That's called Japanese knotweed. And it really gets in the way of the sunset. There it is anyway. Smoky sunset. Maybe town of Weymouth could help us out with this view at some point. Hopefully. If not, you know where the best webcam is, right? surfskiweather.us. Time lapse every day. The sun really is pretty small from our vantage point, even though it's massive.